If you watched last week's video, you already know the importance of getting yourself outside in order to help you reduce stress. The idea is to go outside, hopefully get you moving, maybe a walk or a bike ride, whatever works for you, and get yourself into a different state. Help yourself to reduce stress by getting yourself out of the box of indoors. But one of the things that I want to stress in this video is specifically spending time in nature. So it's good to go outside, but it's even better when outside means nature. So whether that's a park, whether you're in your yard and you have trees and plants and things you can enjoy in terms of nature, you can hear birds, maybe there are other animals, or if you go hike in a park, in a forest, whatever the case may be. And I understand that many people don't necessarily have access to a lot of land and a lot of nature because you live in a city, and that's fine, but most cities have some kind of green spaces. And so rather than walking around the city, if you have the option to enjoy that green space, that would be even better. Now, does it mean that you're going to enjoy that green space every single time? Well, maybe, maybe not. It depends on your circumstances. But I encourage you to make sure that you aim for that as much as possible. If you can get yourself into a park, into a green space that isn't just concrete and buildings, but rather nature, you'll be even more well off than if you simply go outside but end up strolling among the streets of your city. If you are a hiker, that's even better. Maybe you can do some hiking on a regular basis, whether that's a couple times a month or once a month, whatever the case may be, whatever the weather and circumstances permit. But make sure that you aim to be among nature. And, along those lines, bring nature indoors. So try to have as many plants, real plants, in your living space as you can realistically have within that space and properly care for. Those are both very important. You don't want to bring plants indoors to such a degree that there's just no room for anything else, or to bring them indoors but then you don't care for them. But that's just a little side note on nature and extending your experience with nature beyond going outside and then bringing some nature into your indoor box. But that is not to say that if you have a lot of plants, real plants in your workspace and your home space, that does not mean that you shouldn't go outside. You should still go outside and be in nature. And so why is this important? Why am I making this special request in terms of being outside but also being in nature? Well, being in nature has a very positive effect on us, generally speaking, because it helps us to reduce stress-related hormones such as cortisol, for example. There's something quite magical about being in nature. And so one of the benefits that is associated with us being among nature, plants and trees and birds and other animals, is the ability to reduce our stress simply by being in that environment. So if you stop and think about it, that is such a bonus. Talk about a freebie. So if you go outside, and let's say you walk outside. You don't just go outside to sit, but maybe you walk outside, or maybe you ride a bike, or whatever else you might do. you couple that with nature, and now you're getting twice the benefits, because as you already know from watching my videos, exercise is an excellent way of helping you to reduce stress. So it gets your body moving, it gets you from a stressed state or an anxious state into a different state, because now you're moving and exercising your body and you're processing those stress hormones, helping your body to get them moving and get them out of your system. But now, if you combine that with being in nature, which by itself is this great bonus of just helping you to reduce stress, including the stress hormones in your body, it's like twice the bang for your buck, if you will. So if you can make sure that you go outside, hopefully on a daily basis, but certainly on a regular basis, make some of that time, if not all of that time, if that's possible, in nature. Make sure that you connect with nature by being there. And I highly encourage you, when you are out in nature, don't give your time and attention to the electronics. So take out the earbuds, put away your phone, and listen to nature sounds around you. Now, some of you may be tempted to give me the argument that you have some great apps that have nature sounds. Hey, I have them too, and I love them. And there's a time and a place for those. But the benefits of actually being in nature, and part of that experience is hearing those sounds, smelling those smells, far outweigh any artificial type of experience that you may be able to reproduce for yourself with a recording, such as nature sounds from an app. So yes, there's a time and a place for all of that. Just like there's a time and a place for exercising indoor, it's still exercise and it's great. And some people prefer to do that for the regular exercise. They'd rather go to the gym for many different reasons. And that's great. Don't skip that. Go to the gym. But what I'm telling you is, when you make the effort to go outside, try to combine it with being in nature. And if you can add exercise to that, that's even better, because now you're just layering all those benefits. You are multiplying your efforts and therefore what you get out of it. So it's so important that not only you get outside on a regular basis, but make sure you are in nature, and make sure that you put away the electronics so that your ears are not stuffed up with earbuds, so that you can pay attention to the sounds of nature. You can hear what nature sounds like, hear the birds, hear the wind, hear whatever other animals might be there. Enjoy the smells. You know, there's certain freshness of air. If you're lucky to encounter flowers, wildflowers, or whatever the case may be, or maybe certain trees that have a beautiful scent, stop and smell the roses, so to speak. Enjoy that, because that will help you. That will only help you to reduce your stress. So I strongly encourage you to, one, go outside, but when you're outside, try to be in nature. And if you throw in some exercise, such as walking or biking, even better, or hiking, that's even better. So, you know, it's so easy to multiply the benefits that you can get by layering your efforts all in one time frame. So you can go outside, bonus number one, right? You can throw in some exercise, bonus number two, and you can do it all in nature, bonus number three. So you're getting 3 in 1 because you're doing it all at the same time. It doesn't take you 3 times the amount of time to do those things. So Work smarter, not harder, right? Try to get the most out of your efforts, and this is one way to do it. So I strongly encourage you to go outside, be in nature, put the electronics away, add a little exercise such as walking or biking or hiking, and you're golden. This is a great way to help you to reduce stress. If you'd like to learn more about a comprehensive approach to stress management, check out the link below.